Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Learn Dota 2 League Season 17, Week 1. Once again, if you did not catch it last time, there's a weird glitch right now where your replays are starting out in the middle of ban phase, like near the end of ban phase. So this is how we're starting out the guess
Again?
this season.
Every game I watch this season, DP first pick. Like, what is this, hero?
It's not true. Did not see it in the live game this week. I think either of the live
Sure,
games
every replay, I
actually.
guess.
Today we're taking a look
Plus
at.
the Dusty Scrum.
Today we're taking a look at the BlackOtter team, which is named not this. I don't remember what they're actually called. Taking on the equally unnamed Lonewolf team. Copeless seems to be picking for the BlackOtter lineup. Some interesting bands. Some interesting picks. Warlock first phase, not a risky thing to do. I don't think DP really is either. I mean, DP is just kind of one of those heroes where there's really not too many heroes in the game that just expressly counter her. Really. Like, there are heroes that are okay into DP, but like you can't not let DP have a game outright unless you're willing to put the Drow on the table, basically. And that's like it.
I mean, if it looks dog shit, you can just flex it. It's kind of what the high demand heroes are. Like, a hero that can go any role, so it can be flexed and suddenly looks terrible. It's like the optimal first pick.
It's true, but what I'm getting at is that it's very, very hard to make Death Prophet look terrible. Like,
It's the optimal first pick if you're not picking a support first pick. To add that little disclaimer.
Nyx Assassin is pretty rough into it. I don't think it's necessarily game ruining. It's kind of the thing with DP. It's like, even if you get a good DP counter, the best you're going to do is like Nyx Assassin is going to be really annoying to her, but he's also going to be food for her with just one silence. Like, once the funny spike carapace comes up, once he blows up a bit at the end, then he just like gets completely shattered. He can give an opening to somebody to kill the DP in EXO. Can't really do it himself, unless he's like super ballin'. Which might be a Nyx mid, you never know. That's a good start if nothing else. VS coming up. Another hero that's going to be alright in pretty much any game, I think. Reasonably.
Yep, high utility.
10 seconds remaining.
It is a hero that I feel like is going to be easily preyed on by the Nyx Assassin if he gets a little momentum going. So there is that unfortunate bit. Really doesn't have anything to do to survive him.
Well, just most supports, right? Like,
yeah, it's true.
Unless you're gonna pick like a Dazzle or something.
Yeah, some of the healing supports can. I think a support with more stuns, or at least some non-damaging stuns, can get away from him pretty easily, like a Lion. If Lion gets like ulted first and Nyx is ahead, then he is just dead. But if Lion doesn't literally die instantly, then he can at least, you know, just stun and try to get something done. Spear Breaker coming up. Doom picked on the other side of the affair. Doom and a Death Prophet can be a self-troll. I'm not sure they're going to fall into that hole today.
10 seconds remaining.
But it could definitely be a self-troll. It's going to be interesting to see. I'm not really sure. I assume this is going to be Doom Pause 3. It would be... You're probably not going to have him play support in this game unless you got like mid-Nyx or something. But, it feels like ideally, you want something already on the field that Doom's good against. I think if you pick Doom with the intention that the other guy can't pick things that are countered by him, like, you're losing a lot more than you're getting. So it's definitely a risky pick at this juncture.
It's not 40% win rate anymore.
That's true. And all that it took was they removed his ability to get denied off of the ult, which is actually like super big, honestly. I can see why his win rate immediately spiked after that. Like, especially at a high-level game, that was just such a consistent and infuriating thing about this hero. Made it in some cases hard to just get goes in general, you know? Viper. Okay, we're just... Is the theme of this lineup that we're just gonna pick 5, like, ugly dire heroes? On the Radiant? Like...
10 seconds remaining.
I don't know. I don't understand this Viper, honestly.
5
Yeah, this is
seconds
a
remaining.
very bad-looking Viper game so far. Viper into DP is like a horrific matchup. I mean, if you can actually get all your skills out and everything, it's great. If you can actually, like, use your ult on the DP and breaker magic resist, if you can actually get your stuff out, then that's awesome. But also, if an Exo happens around you, you're just gonna die. You're slower than her, and the ghost will just tear you to smithereens. And God forbid, I mean, into Spear Breaker, he's pretty much even worse. I mean, again, if you get the ult off on him, and you get the break on him as a result, hey, that's great, that's awesome, if you don't have any more pressing thing to do. But in, like, a team fight situation, you know, you have, like, an Exa going, Spirit Breaker looks at you, you're in a bad place, and this guy does not help that fact at all. At least we finally got a very good Doom target. You know, VS is not a bad Doom target, but is also VS. Spirit Breaker is usually already done hitting buttons by the time you get the opportunity to actually Doom him.
5 seconds remaining.
A Kunkka, that's a very good Doom target if I've ever seen one. In fact, not only is Kunkka a pretty good Doom target, he's also kind of food for the Neeks. Good against the Viper, but really that's it. I assume they just got him so they could keep people in Exo with X. It feels like Kunkka's gonna have a rough time doing anything of value otherwise.
10 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
PL ban, Weaver ban. Interesting you had an Enigma ban in the round before this for Lonewolf's team. I feel like whatever they were thinking about did not transpire at all.
10 seconds
Oh.
remaining.
Seems
are we back for
Discord.
real?
Yeah, maybe. Were you saying something during that time? It seems Discord just hung there.
Yeah, I was saying for like a minute and a half, but I'm sure you were saying something that I didn't hear.
Oh, I was mostly saying this. Outside of literally just using X to keep people in Exo, this looks like a pretty rough Kunkka game. It's going to be hard for him to do much more than that.
Dire team pick.
Anything to say to
Like
that?
2014 game going on here.
Yeah.
Old style Dota.
Yeah, it definitely does. This reminds me of when I started playing, honestly. Outside of the Nyx Assassin? Yeah, I guess the DP too, but... Everybody else was very, very, very present. Very omnipresent when I started playing.
Radiant team pick.
Drow Ranger.
Okay, well... That's,
They picked Gras.
yeah, that's a rough one.
Choose
Gonna
your
pick the
hero.
Spectre right back into it. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Randy, what do you think of this as a Spectre game?
Well, Gras hates Spec. So
Okay,
that's a one-on-one matchup. It's fun.
now, how about a matchup in context?
I don't know. I think it's skill-based, honestly. Just avoid their goofy plays.
I don't know. I gotta be honest enough to say. I don't know if I like this that much as a Spectre game. Doesn't look great to me. I feel like there's just gonna be, like... There is so much lockdown, silence, and chase that, like... There's... What you really want, I think, in a very ideal Spectre game is that you want it to have these situations early on where you're going to be able to just jump on a kill, right? Just jump on a kill basically somebody else got, right? Ult onto an easy one, get that, and then go back to farming. It's going to be a little rough to get that here. I feel like it's going to be very rare that Spectre is going to be able to show safely, even in a very ideal circumstance in the early game. And any kind of like any smoke on Spectre is probably going to get a kill. She's not. You're not going to get away from this much silence, this much flow, this much lockdown, and the Spirit Breaker and the VS on top of that. Like, if Spectre is okay, bye Danny. If Spectre is solo in the jungle, and these guys smoke on it, like that hurts. There we go.
Let's see. The one thing they have is that Gras is very depressed.
Well, Drow is happy and sad here. I mean, Drow makes Viper like a not hero. And doesn't really have anything to be afraid of when it comes to Doom. At least not that much. Problem is, against the Nyx Assassin, I don't really like it.
Spectre, like,
yeah.
Nyx can run into you and then hit you with everything, and then Spectre kills you. Like, it's really miserable.
Oh my god, Max still has his 2-puck team selected? Nice. That's a blast from the past. US Danny has joined the Nation of Islam.
But yeah, you kind of see what they're doing, right, with the Nyx Spectre. Like, you run up to somebody on an Nyx who's, like, allowed to position like crazy and, like, run around in their jungle or something. You hit, like, a Drow or a DP, and then you have a Spectre on top of you. And
yeah.
Both of those heroes are dead.
Yeah, the Nyx pick is definitely... It's funny, I feel like both teams, like, their best picks came out early and never really got answered. And as time goes on, it felt like they were grasping for straws a little bit. I don't know. It feels like the core trios are all just scuffed for different reasons. It'll be very interesting to see how it turns out. Anyway, with that being said, it's time for everybody's favorite part of the cast, the roll call. On Team, the Roast Beefs. Pause 1. Voted most likely to be a Smurf in the league. You have... on the Spectre. Pause 2. You have BlackOtter, captain of the team, on the Viper. Pause 3. You've got US Danny, interestingly, on the Doom. Pause 4. You have Copless on the Nyx Assassin. And pause 5. You've got Max showing up for the first time since Season 12 on the Warlock. On the other side of the coin, on the Lonewolf lineup, pause 1, you have Ray Bay Bay. Pause 2, captain of the team, Lonewolf. Pause 3, you've got Luth on the Death Prophet. Pause 4, you don't usually have Maniac, I don't... Maybe you do, actually. You got Maniac on the Spirit Breaker, which I'm not going to say more than that. And pause 5, you've got Canada PMA going directly to hell.
For the record, I don't think this is...
Oh my god, double kill.
Just want to throw that out there. I'm happy as the Spectre in this game.
You might be happy, but I'm not happy with a Spectre on my team this game. I just feel like it's so hard to get, like your ult is going to be a non-skill for so long. Because if you go to somebody, you got this, you got the silence, you got X, you got the DP, or I already said the DP silence, but the Drowse silence. You got the stun and the slop. It's going to be very dangerous to operate early. And any ganks in the jungle, any ganks, just any smoke on you, and you're almost certainly going to die. No. If they want you, they can get you, and I think that's the hallmark of a scuffed Spectre game in my book. If we had this team comp and you were the Spectre on my team, you would be happy, but I would be sweating a little bit. They're trying really hard to get Drow this kill. They actually missed again. No, Doom, no! Okay. Oh my god. Just trying to scare me there. They actually do not get the kill on the Doom there. The VS was trying to give it to the Drow, but Drow cannot actually get it. Gets stunned there from the Nyx Assassin. Okay, this is getting a little bad though.
Sometimes that's what you gotta do.
Interesting attempt at bait there.
Oh, almost.
Didn't really work out. These two definitely need some HP in this lane pronto. They can't keep making these trades. It's a double melee lane. Okay, Copless has figured this out, so he's picking that up. They can't keep doing these trades as a double melee lane and do a double ranged lane sitting here at like 30% HP. Like, they need to address that very quickly. So far, mid is heavily favoring Kunkka, which it's not going to be a big surprise, I don't think. I mean, this isn't a great lane matchup for Viper. He's not gonna care about this guy that much later on, unless he's going all right click, which I mean he might be. But Viper's not gonna care much about Kunkka as the game goes on, outside of just the X and the right click. But in lane, it's gonna be a little rough. Dealing with the Tidebringer when you're very low leveled is going to be kind of an annoying hassle. And he's got a hell of a lot of damage on you, like... Yeah, he has close to 20 damage up on Viper right now, so... Interesting to guess that Viper would run the other way there. And now we wait.
No,
you went too far.
Died.
Okay, we paused for like less than a minute there. I guess. Not less than a minute, like 10 seconds. Yeah.
Just dial up those stuns on Ray right after the pause. Crazy.
Yeah, I mean... Ooh. Yeah, they do take the Drow down there, as the unintentional spoiler from trying to skip the pause told us. That was
Okay, so Drow is also kind of miserable in lane. Ooh.
Yeah, it's not looking great for the... Oh my god, Canada PMA just barely getting away with this one. It's not how much region is going to be couriering a Sav. It's amazing how much things changed when these guys went from no HP to a lot of HP, huh? So it's interesting to me. I did not really think... In my mind, Doom does not match up this well into Drow. She does have a pointing gust. I guess, it's just a combination. I mean, the Nyx into Drow in this lane is fairly rough for her. They can do a lot of burst damage at a very short time. They got enough mobility to just keep it going. Despite that, there's actually a linear last hit advantage in the favor of Dire right now. The Untitled Lonewolf team has all the cards as far as that goes. Okay. Warlock getting... Well, that's unfortunate positioning. Warlock getting run over here. Oh man, he's so low. He's so low, they just barely can't get him. It's very frustrating when it's a Warlock you're talking about. Just barely able to get away from that. We got a bad ping. Maybe Bay in trouble again. They actually had to call in the mid to get him out of this. Oh, that was great timing on Canada PMA's part. Ooh, unfortunate. I think trying to fish for the stun on the Drow there did not get it. Double kill for the Vengeful Spirit is the ultimate result of that. The Viper is getting pinged, and rightfully so, because right now BlackOtter should not be sitting here. He knows Kunkka's out. Like, hit a tower or do something, bro.
Radiant are scanning.
All these pings flying out.
Treads up on the Spectre. Hey, you know, if you think about it, this offlane, I actually saw pretty recently on the wildly successful Kami team from season, I believe, 15? No, that was from season 14, actually, because yeah, that was the Bean 10 season, yeah. Wildly successful team in golf points. Our Ranger, sitting pretty far ahead here. He's gonna be okay.
Nice, Gus. Well done.
Seems like at this point they really cannot actually get the draw anymore.
Yeah, what can you do? It's what Gus does.
Yep. Kunkka coming back in again. Free kill on the Nyx Assassin.
Ignoring the BlackOtter
is gonna
play, but
BlackOtter's gonna TP in on this, which is, again, as US Danny helpfully points out with pings, not the right move. If you're in a situation like this and you're this Viper, hit this. Like, this is full HP and Kunkka's been out of lane twice. At the very least, go down bot, but like going up there when you're not a hero that's gonna kill anybody is like kind of the worst option. Like, Viper into Drow is completely unplayable. You're not going to kill her, I promise. She gusts you and she is in no danger. Even if she doesn't, she's still in a pretty low amount of danger. She could probably beat you in the right-click contest, frankly.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Once again, Kunkka just lives here full-time now, it seems.
Dire's courier has been
Three-man
Yeah.
stun.
Dire's middle
No, Cup, let's go south, get the bounty rune.
So much attention for the top lane, and I'm getting concerned about the spec, honestly.
Okay, interesting swap. Just get the kill? What do you mean get the kill? It did 150 damage to him. And that got it. Sad.
Okay, a single swap, very good. That's what you do.
So it's done, baby. Viper got his treads. Take a look at the net worth chart. Currently is nearly linearly in favor of the Dire. The Doom is kind of close, but the 2 consecutive deaths he just ate with nothing to show for it are starting to throw him back. Spectre and the Viper are not terribly close. I mean, I guess it's fine to, okay. Oh, that's a haste rune. I guess it's fine that Kunkka spent so much time away from mid, because it's like, Viper didn't really take advantage of it at all, so it really almost, like, didn't matter. Okay, it's TPing bot here. Oh, Spectre's gonna get one at least.
This is so concerning.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's now past DP on the net worth charts.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
She got a safety bubble. I feel like this item is just gonna have to go away really fast. It feels like there's just not really any other T1 that is like even arguably. Yeah, excuse me. It feels like it's not even an argument to be made for any of the other T1 items when that's there. At least some games you don't get Philosopher's Stone, but I feel like no matter who you are, 100 free HP for no reason is not a bad trade. Bonk. Max gets run over under the tower here. It's probably not who they actually want at the moment, but it's who they actually got. Kunkka with the blade mail, straight from last patch. Very free kill here on this VS. Spectre doesn't even go to it, just sends the ghost to get the assist.
Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Doom's got a Midas, puts him at the top of the net worth charts.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Spectre shows up in mid
Dire's top tower
to immediately show the Viper exactly how quick nominal advantage matchup can turn bad. Viper is just gonna
Rest
get
in peace.
completely run over.
Radiant's
But also,
middle
meanwhile
tower
that was
is under
happening,
attack.
Drow just tried to go. I don't really know why Drow was here, to be honest with you. Let's go back in time, see if we can get maybe a decent answer to this. Okay, just stayed at this lane after the T1 was down.
Dire's
One
Yeah,
of them
well,
were
that's a
wave.
Nixon or down for you.
And he had the DD too, just to make it
Radiant's
twice as
middle tower is
unfortunate.
under attack.
Or sorry, the AD.
Yeah, amplify damage, you know?
True. I swear, wasn't there a patch where we did this whole DD amplifies your spells thing already? Like, haven't we already tried that?
I don't know. Not that I remember.
I could swear. Spectre's got the blame mail. You're starting to get rather close to Spectre, which has inspired everybody on Radiant to immediately TP. Oh my god, quick! Oh man, that would have been so funny. Would have been really funny for Spectre to just nab that. But she's getting a little ambitious here.
Under attack.
Good golem.
Okay. What a golem.
Very
Oh,
good
the
golem,
Nyx!
actually. Just got completely destroyed as a result of that. Nice.
The Nixon. What a god.
Are fortified.
Yeah, very good play from the support line here, which is not surprising. This is like the highest MMR support line in the league by a long way, and while Max hasn't graced us with his presence in a very long time, we know what Copeless can do. The only reason that you can't say Copeless is the best support in the league anymore and not hesitate is because Wizard's back. At least Luth is sponsored by Stroganoff. This is going to be an interesting scenario. I do think this isn't a position. No matter how scuffed I think, or you don't think, the core picks are on the Radiant lineup, the Neek's Assassin pick in this game is like almost in such a good place that it
Oh my-
really doesn't matter.
Like, you just can't exist.
Yeah. Like I was actively in the middle of saying, the Neek's pick in particular in this game is just so good it doesn't even matter. It was picked really early, but it was just never answered or thought about at all the whole draft. The Warlock as well, between the QER, is somebody that is just very, very difficult for them to deal with. So even if Spectre is in a situation where it's like, if they find Spectre, if they want to smoke on top of her, if they want to Thanos snap her out of existence, they very easily can. So far, they have not shown much interest in that venture. But the problem is that even if Spectre is down, the rest of the guys can still just clean up the team and not think about it. And the reverse is not true. Like, you know, Spectre can be snapped out of existence early, and then the Dire still massively loses the revenge fight. And then, on the other hand, Drow can be Thanos snapped out of his existence, and Dire, unfortunately, still loses that revenge fight. They can't really do anything about that. Very precarious position to be the Drow Ranger, that much is fighting. I think we've seen a lot of games where there's been Drows in the nearly identical position who have still actually come out on top from it. Feels like there's something about LD2L and Drow games that just make naturally for these big fat comebacks.
Radiant are scanning.
Hello, Lonewolf.
You know, there's a game in the first CI that Spirit won where Yatoro had like 6 deaths in lane or something and then got a rampage, you know? It's not just LD2L.
Hey, that's true. But you know, that's one example out of TI, and I feel like if you looked at the amount of games where there was a Drow that did really good in games where Drow should not have done so, I feel like you're looking at a fairly long list. Lone Wolf's playing like he's got his rapier done already. Down with sentry wards, that's what I say. Everybody's sentry ward going down in quick succession. Quite heavy ward wars here at mid. Doom has finished up his Blink Dagger here as his first post-Midas item, I believe. Now going for the BKB. I'll be honest enough to say I'm not much of a fan. It pretty much only stops the Kunkka stuff. And you got much...
Oh, okay.
Well, I was about to say you got much bigger problems, but really the bigger thing is you've got an advantage right now. You might as well press it. Very good
Nice
Glimmer Cape
efforts.
there. And at a PMA. Okay, Doom coming out.
Oh my god. There's no way he can keep getting away with it.
Oh boy. Oh boy. But the Spirit Breaker's still Fatal Bonded. Oh, you hate to see it. Triple kill. Triple kill for the Warlock. 1 for 5 in that battle.
Yeah,
Not great.
I'm sweating right now if I'm dire, honestly. Like, Spectre's impossible to kill. Like, you got a super good goner and you just got destroyed by a support. Like, concerning.
Yeah, just because you can eat the Spectre for lunch when she's like farming or something, just because you can eat her for lunch when you got a smoke, does not in fact mean that it's quite so easy to just face tank through a team fight for her. I think that's the key issue in the Lone Wolf team strategy at this point. You know, this is an awesome smoke and destroy team, right? You don't even need Spirit Breaker there to do it. Just have the Kunkka, the VS, maybe the DP, though she's kind of awkward in the smoke. Maybe the Drow, though she probably needs to be farming, but either way, get the smoke team, just these 3 guys, against any one of these dudes on the Radiant, and you're in a good position. Problem is they're not doing that. They're trying to just take fights over and over, and that is, well, Randy, you know the definition of insanity, right?
Well, look at the way they're positioned as well, right? Like, wherever Spec is, there's at least 3 other heroes.
That's true. But on the other hand, here are 3 heroes here. That this does not make it here that fast, you know what I mean? This does not make it here before the boat comes down and the silence
Boat ain't
gets
here.
out.
What is
Yep.
spot?
I know, that's what I'm saying.
He needs to farm. He needs his eggs.
It's true. So true. We get the funny combat music for, as far as I can see, literally no reason. Copless is a little nuts going for this one. There's anyone who can make that backfire really fast. I like how, just to add insult to injury, this stupid little ancient black dragon was also killing him here. I feel like going on the Kunkka is not something you're going to do at this point. You need to go on somebody else.
I mean, you just waste this time and beta TP, right? So it's not that bad, really.
That's true. But also, you know, the person who TP got well refunded for it, and you're the ahead team right now. Ah, they're listening to my advice. No. No, this is wrong. You don't care about this guy. He's a Viper in a terrible Viper game. I mean, at least you baited the Golem, but you didn't even get the Warlock. Yeah, that was a smoke, but... Okay, we're starting to get somewhere, if we get the Warlock at least.
I know I should respect the dead.
I know I should respect the dead.
Earn it.
Okay. Unless you're an actual nutcase.
Get him! Oh, he almost got him.
Everybody just walks up to him!
It worked out!
Everybody just walks
did.
away from the drow!
You were doubting him. You're a doubter.
Goodbye, Luth.
Well, bro, I cannot believe you doubted my man.
Jesus Christ. I mean, Cobbles is an actual maniac for doing that. The fact that the Doom is like... it feels like this guy is just doing way better in this than he should. He's doing quite good. But it does feel like there's a lot of like in that fight, that was very awkward. I don't know if these guys just haven't queued together or what. But the way it's like... So, Neeks goes on the Drow, you know, gets popped like a tomato for it. Neeks goes on the Drow, gets most of her HP. Everybody immediately decides time to move away from the Drow. Not exactly how I would go about it. Okay, this is an interesting place to jump into. Spirit Breaker?
Unfortunate. Oh my god, Ray's dead again.
The Spectre was gonna die. He didn't do that. She had Spirit Breaker old amount of HP left. Oh, as they say in Brooklyn, this one is looking pretty bad. Do you know that this guy playing Spectre has like a 70% win rate on this account? Just letting you know. Not that I wish to insinuate anything. Good. There's that factor.
I have a 70% win rate on Spectre.
There you go. Doom BKB is finished. We saw it used for the first time in that last fight. It's going to go for Shiva's next. And when you know it, this is an awesome looking Shiva's game, so as opposed to a lot of the other sort of questionable Shiva's purchases that we've seen so far in this season. This one looks very good. I mean, Drow doesn't care that much about attack speed. She's got her E for that. But the E doesn't last forever. Having something to slow her down when it's not up is nice. Even if it's a little bit more niche. But I mean, you know, you drop the Shiva's magic resistance reduction on these guys, and not only are you doomed, so okay. Not only are you doomed, so you're gonna get run over by Spirit Breaker and the Death Prophet. Not only are you doomed, so you're going to be doing, you know, this, which is a lot of damage. And this, which is also a lot of damage. And this, which is not a small amount of damage. But you have a Nyx Assassin with a Dagon. You have the Warlock, who has a little bit of magic and a lot of bit of Fatal Bonds to make that extra damage more fun. You got Spectral Dagger, you've got the Viper ult, as well as a Poison Attack, which is doing magic damage and reducing the magic resistance even further. He did get the trait for it as well. So it's like you drop the Shivas, or even right now the Veil, you drop that active on somebody, and they just start taking basically just double damage in general. It is not a nice place to be. Hey Randy, you want to hear a knock knock joke? Knock knock.
Yeah. Who's there?
Not Drow.
Yeah.
For a deathbed.
That's how it goes, right?
The whole team is running to where she was, but they don't actually have vision over here, so they can't actually get them back. That's very sad. I think maybe they're getting a little bluffed out here. That 3 beats that 2 for sure. Spectre has finished up Mantis Style, is now going for Eye of Scotty. They're closing in on her here. Drops everything in the world on her.
Oh,
But
no.
the DP's in the wrong spot. She's on the other side of town looking at Doom. And so Spectre gets away again.
Now he's killing people. God, help us.
That is such a sad situation. That feels like, that's just poor team coordination, poor communication. If Luth is in the right spot, that's a dead Spectre and probably not much else, like, lost for it. But he was, he assumed, I guess, maybe the Spectre was guaranteed dead. I don't know. It's not in the right spot at that particular moment and paid the price in a big way. At least they got the Nyx on the backswing, but that is small potatoes at this point. Okay, they might get this goal, and he's only got a couple seconds. Okay, he did get killed, unfortunately, by the VS. Feels like there's a lot of unfortunate VS taking goal moments in this. Like, not super many because she's still at the bottom of the net worth chart and all that. But like, she got a double kill in the top lane, got a kill on the golem there, and I can't even blame her that much because you know the golem probably expires if she doesn't take it. They missed a kill on the Doom at top, trying to give it to Drow. On an unfortunate life, Canada PMA lives. I mean, I keep saying Canada PMA is the guy on I think Reedy's team. I still have to figure out who the hell that is. Poor Neek's assassin.
Use that for.
Radiant's middle tower.
Never mind. Poor VS. Slightly unnecessary Viper Strike, but it's up in like a minute anyway. So what are you gonna do?
Oh no, right?
And he got seen there. And everybody is here.
Back
In
up.
fact, they just...
Oh, you broke their smoke.
Yeah, he doesn't even know how screwed he is.
I'm kind of happy actually, because like you break a smoke, pretty good.
On one hand, you break a smoke. On the other hand, the unfortunate reality is that smoke wasn't going to do anything. It's just three guys bundled up next to each other at mid and Spectre too far away.
I don't think it even matters if Nyx is dying, like, kind of pointless.
I think it
Kills
kind of does at this
point.
point. You're at a very heavy net worth and XP deficit. Any kill you can get, even if it's on a Nyx assassin, is worth a lot. I mean, how many kills are these guys getting in the average team fight? You know what I mean? Still is nothing more than a start. But it is a start. Doing Tormentor here, it's gone to Viper. Really should have had his shard already, but... you know, it got nerfed, so at least it's not... You know, instead of being a 1,400 gold item that really was as good as like a 4,000 gold item, it's only like a, you know, 2,000 net worth now, basically. They are walking right past DP. They are totally unaware. They have seen DP. They are now totally aware. DP running for her miserable life. Gets doomed, so there's not going to be any exo no matter what happens here. All the Kunkka stuff going out. But at this point, everyone's just walking right past it. Like going down anyway for it. Spectre has just walked right up to Drow's face, and Drow just doesn't even have it in her to care anymore.
Oh, I should get those.
Luth is very difficult to kill, but not impossible. Not by any stretch. Randy, you're a doctor, right?
Yeah, I'm a doctor.
Any hope for this patient, or is this one terminal, you think?
Well, if they go late, like, their carry matchup is trash, so I don't know about this one.
Got a bit of interference there. Don't change your monitor. That random screenshot of pick phase was in fact actually what appeared on screen for a second there.
Any hope for your Discord? Oh, there we go.
That's a better question.
I don't know if you heard what I said.
Well, I heard that if you go late, the carry matchup is bad. How do you
It's
not go
trash,
late?
yeah.
How do you not go late? That's the real question at this point.
Randomly kill Spectre 3 times in a row, I guess. I don't know.
Well, here's Spectre now. Here's Spectre now in a much worse situation than she realizes.
Oh my. He's gonna get away again.
Canada PMA going down. Lonewolf is not having it, but US Danny's saying you're having it whether you like it or not. Fight was actually pretty equal for where they're standing at this point. 3 for 3. Losing the exact same positions on both sides, which, as traditional in this sort of situation, favors the down team, but once again, Spectre just got away. I am definitely starting to think at this point it's just too late. Like, she's got the Scotty now, for God's sake. You had a great opportunity to find Spectre in the jungle and get random kills on her, but that great opportunity was, 20 minutes ago. You know what I mean? Doom once again up. He has a Tiara of Salamani, which builds into stuff I'm not overtly familiar with, in fact. Looks like yeah, it's just gonna be the Octarine core. One of those items they kind of added in lieu of a point, just to make builds more complicated. Octarine is up on the Doom now. It's a lot of mana regen. It's a lot of spell steal. It's a Spectre noise. It's a Doom on Drow Ranger. And it's a dead Drow Ranger. Oh. Well, it doesn't matter. They get the Kunk anyway. Just barely whiffing the Centaur Stomp from Doom. But, ultimately does not matter. This T2 is not only still up, but still at 100% HP, and these guys are diving T3s.
Yeah.
And, oh, guess what? Viper has Shard now. Oh, fella, go get this bloody Watcher! They can bloody see their tormentor! Sure, probably never even going to be it for this bloody game! That's what Copless is saying right now. Slicing heads. And trees?
And trees, maybe?
Cosmetics, please. Well, you got the cube, Luth. So I can't read that out on the air, Maniac.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Well, rip to Spear Breaker's courier. Copless. He's just gonna randomly squash VS. Max is like, maybe I want a part of this. Max is like, I don't want a part of this. Max is like, I want a part of this again.
Can't even kill this insane Nexus Assassin anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, the good news is Spectre has a Vanguard now. There we go, Spectre has Abyssal.
Yeah, Drow's even more reservoir.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Doom ate one creep and a million little ghouls appeared.
What a terrible Drow game. It's like, Drow likes late game, but can't go late game in this game because it's impossible.
I think, hypothetically, like a mid-game oriented Drow in this lineup is fine because it's like, Viper is terrible into Drow. The Doom is not great into Drow unless he goes 7-0 against her in lane. The supports, you know, if Neeks isn't killing you, he's just mashed potatoes. You just eat him. And the Spectre is no threat to you until she's a millionaire. But the problem is that their mid-game was absolutely abominable. They had no opportunity to get Drow out with some, you know, like, with these, like, 25, let's say 25-minute oriented builds, 25-minute oriented builds. They had no opportunity for that. Because, like, Kunkka just, the Death Prophet on the Kunkka just fell to pieces. The Drow was at like 15-minute farm when that mid-game was supposed to happen, because the Neeks was just hounding her so persistently and so effectively. I think you could have averted, like, how bad this is as a Drow game, but unfortunately, the organizational issues came in today and made that not the case. But I guess better that it happens here than at TI, you know what I'm saying? Kunkka, by the way, is at lower net worth right now than the Warlock is. The good news is there's an arcane rune here.
Yeah.
Neeks Assassin getting the Yule Scepter. At this point, he should just get something really funny. That's what he should just get. Just get Ebly, there you go.
This guy's account doesn't look that much like a Smurf. He's got like 3K games.
Look at his top hero win rates.
56, 57, 54, 52.
Drow fires at the Spectre's blade mail and loses. Kunkka stuff coming down here. You ever wonder what death was like? It was there. Oh, just barely. What's the Centaur Stomp on the Doom? Not that it really matters.
Yeah, they'll make us with this push. Or finish the game with this push. We'll see what they decide.
A second golem is going to come out too, just for kicks. Have you ever seen this many exorcisms? Doom says, I don't even care at this point. I care not for your miserable exo. I'm just gonna eat your VS from behind you and let that be that. Just finishes the Shiva's Guard in the middle of the fight. Very convenient timing, actually. He's gonna let them take the Aegis off the Spectre here.
Yeah. I think they all die though.
Doom comes out. Actually had enough time in that to get 2 Dooms out on DP here for the dieback. The X-Air, well, I was about to say, the X-Air actually kind of trolled Drow. It actually ended up not. He still died anyway because of the little weird bounce thing from the eggs. Well, it's the best part of any Dota game. It's the part where the really hopeless team randomly wins the fight.
Yeah.
Yep. After
That happens
getting
every
out.
game, dude. Every game. It's like shit needs to be fucking studied every single game. Like when you get made, you kill everybody. Or you kill 2 people, I guess.
True. Still lost the fight though. Which means we're suddenly going to be playing at 1.5 times speed for some mysterious reason. Which means we're going to be playing at 2 times speed now for some mysterious reason. Which means we're going to be playing at 4 times speed now. Okay. Alright, Culp, let's do something funny. Alright, I'm putting it at 1x speed, Culpless. You better win! Oh my god, the swap! Well, that was funny enough for me. Probably not what you wanted to happen, but it was funny enough for me. Alright, time for our 43-minute Tormentor. Inspector gets it. Nice. What an odd decision to make this the Spectre Shard. What the hell did it used to be?
Didn't it like What does it do now, actually?
You can
I
activate
think it
dispersion.
like shoots out daggers when you get hit enough. It used to be that.
And even that wasn't even the one I'm thinking of.
I don't know what it was before that. I've never bought Shard in the Zero in my life.
They change it every update. You can increase the damage dealt by reflection by 100%. So double dispersion damage. If Drow wasn't already having it bad enough, so now she's got to attack you with the blade mail on and with double dispersion damage. As we very slowly wait for Roche to come up again. So arguably playing with the food, I think these guys could just kind of just go straight uphill and win at this juncture. But I guess better safe than sorry. Oh my god, the illusion died 1 second before Roche came up. Look fellas, I found the Roshan!
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
Oh no! That was my best mate! I'm not really sure why Roche was Culplus's best mate, I just felt like that was the appropriate thing to say. Aegis is out now, Neeks has the cheese. For what I assume is comedic value. We're just going to work on the towers, really can't do much about this. Once again, Doom out on the DP before the ult comes down. And like I said there, that miserable, man, they're just killing people in Fountain at this point. That miserable, yep, miserable increase of the magic damage there just makes Doom such a pain to deal with. Of course he's going to be a pain in the grave now. He buys back immediately, tries to come in, but unfortunately they don't have this team's, they don't have the outpost up here and he doesn't have travels. Very annoyingly, Viper, who is the best at pushing these towers, is the one that died. But it doesn't matter, they're going down anyway.
Yeah, well. Drow Ranger into Spectre? Question mark.
Yeah, I think there was more to this game than that, because I think there was a good opportunity to, overcome even that big of a disadvantage. It just was not really taken. We didn't see the team even really, the Untitled Lonewolf team, even try to run the smoke play until the game already felt like it was kind of out of their hands. Really. It felt like they didn't acknowledge the Spectre was their biggest problem until it was far too late. And to say that bit them in the ass would be a massive understatement. I don't think they respected the Nyx Assassin enough either. I mean, sure, yeah, the Nyx Assassin is not going to kill the Death Prophet. Not going to do that much to the Spirit Breaker. But those guys aren't gonna kill the Nyx for most of the game, not unless there's a bunch of guys around. But I tell you what Nyx Assassin is gonna do is kill your Drow and your Vengeful Spirit over and over with nothing to be done about it. And as kind of predicted, unfortunately, in the pick phase, the Kunkka ended up feeling like he ended up feeling very lost in this game. It did not feel like Kunkka had much of a logical place in fights. He just dropped stuff. And sometimes people would get caught in it, and most of the time they wouldn't. Really, most of his actual utility is just keeping people in Exo, as said earlier. Which is kind of a problem when A, you've already got a hero to do that in the Spear Breaker, and B, you're not a support, you're the mid. You know what I mean? It's very awkward. Feel like maybe swap out the Kunkka for a different mid pick, perhaps. One that's got more of an active thing to do in this game, and at the very least, I think their chances of winning drastically increase. But organization issues and some pick phase troubles, and perhaps not the best foot forward. We'll see what happens with this team Next time.